for another Sapchat. That's right, folks. My partner in crime has stood me up tonight. Cheers to you, Dave. He may make it. It's Valentine's Day. I don't blame him. Sapchat. Valentine's Day special. I had to push it out. I pushed it out for Dave. He is bowling right now with Ashley and Abigail. But one of the reasons I want to do Sapchat tonight on Valentine's Day is when I went to visit Dave, his daughter gave me this Valentine, and I wanted to share it with you. So, yeah, she's a sweetie, man. So I got a Happy Valentine's Day. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It might be. There it is. Happy Valentine's Day. Some hearts on that index card. And obviously, a maple tree. I got this painted rock. And my favorite, a nickel. So, all in this nice case. Made my day. Made my week. But, yeah, Valentine's Day special tonight. Yeah, he's bowling. He is bowling. All right. How's it going, Reese? We got Maple Bear Mike. And Dave Carlin says, what's up? So we are also live. Well, this will be available on Spotify, which surprisingly, guys, has been very popular. I am shocked with how many of you want to listen to us. Thank you, though. Spotify is interesting that when people start a Sapchat, they finish it 50% of the time. So they'll actually listen to us for at least half. But I am killing some time because I have some guests coming tonight. And it is Valentine's Day. But I guess I'm going to get into it a little bit. So I will show you why Dave is late. Here we go. Yeah. This is why Dave's late. So this is a picture of Ashley. They are bowling. Looks like they're clubbing. You can see Abigail in the background. She's the one that gave me the Valentine I wanted to share with you guys. So I wanted to give that to you. That's why Dave's not here. Good for you guys. Next slide. This is, so my wife said to me, was it 2 days ago? How many days ago did you tell me about the bag under the van? She said there has been a bag under her van. She has tried to cut it out. You can see it looks like a pom-pom. How many times did you cut that thing? Benny tried to rip it out. But my favorite story is the FedEx driver stopped you and said, excuse me, you have something under your van, to which my wife responded, I do? Knowing full well it was there. That's funny. We cannot. Like I drove. I drove to Hiram back, and it did not come out. We don't know how it's stuck there. It's kind of like melted. I don't know. Is it around is it around? Yeah, and it's like a grocery bag, like kind of like a Walmart grocery plastic bag, but white. Yes, Dave's out having a good time, and I'm happy for him. Almost done tapping in Maine. Looks like our first run this week. Great. You can do it in Eastern Tennessee. They do it in Alabama. There are people making syrup So the comment here is Joseph Huster 7729 says, I miss the fun of maple season. I can't do it here in Eastern Tennessee. That beg to differ. You can. I'm actually coming down to Tennessee this week. I'm going to go visit some friends, some YouTuber friends of mine. My buddy George and I don't know for you Sawmill folks that actually listen or watch that are part of the Sawmill community, which is awesome. It's fun. If you ever think about getting a sawmill, I want you to know it is way more fun than you think it is. But we're going to go visit our buddies at Two Guys Timber Framing down in Tennessee. And then, well, it'll be about a week. And then I'm coming back up, probably going to Vermont again. People are still putting drop lines in. That's a day. Especially when it's really cold. All right, I'm back. Let's see. How do I remove the pictures? Maximize, minimize. Let's just take it off there for now. So you got to see the bag under my wife's minivan that we cannot get out. It's kind of funny. I'm going to be near Knoxville. So, yes, Tennessee and Alabama. They have sap running tonight. Gatlinburg. Isn't that like one of the biggest? Isn't that a tourist destination of all tourists? Like, it's up there. Dave says it's running really good in Southeast Maine. Southeast Maine. South. Like, what is that? Southeast. That's like Portland, right? Where are you at, Dave? Oh, Southeast Minnesota. I'm sorry. Maine is ME. Minnesota is MN. Ohio boy can't get it right. Jeff's just still starting here. Jeff Outdoors. He's been following us a long time. Jeff's been with us almost from the beginning. He's an Ohio guy. What else we got here? Tapping in Connecticut Monday, 3 days late. You've been sick. No excuse. Listen, when dairy farmers get sick, the cows still need milked. Maple farmers are just spoiled. I couldn't do it because it's the weather. And like dairy farmers have no excuse. None. So I'll probably do this in a different order since Dave isn't here yet. But we have the Valentine's Day, cross that off. Plastic bag, cross that off. I was going to go over some of Dave's evaporator stuff, but some personal stuff. Let's go through that. We will get into some of Dave's evaporator pictures. Doing a good job. But tonight, so my son's the one there on the left in the teal t-shirt. He won tonight. Won the tournament. The President Athletic Conference. He took first place. So this would be like, how many colleges are in that? 6. So Jonathan, as a freshman, took first place out of 6 colleges. And then is regionals next week. Yeah, he's coming in. Speak of the devil. Regionals are next week. You got pizza? There he is, the champ. Yeah, Charlie. Yes, we did. So 157. He can eat. But there's my parents. They came today. This was at Hiram College in Hiram, Ohio, which I wanted to share with you. They had a picture of James Garfield there because before it was Hiram College, it was some sort of eclectic school, early mid 1850s. But Garfield was one of our presidents from Ohio. And I do believe we are leading in the president score here in Ohio. We have the most. But one of the interesting things about Hiram is it is near Garrettsville, Ohio. I took this, I snagged this off the internet. So a lot of people don't know this. Garrettsville, Ohio was the capital of the maple industry at one point. So let me see. I'll read this for you. Let's see if I can scooch up for you. Evidence abounds. Sorry. That Garrettsville was the center of the maple industry in Ohio from the 1880s into the 20th century. In 1881, Garrettsville held the first ever professional association of maple syrup sugar producers, a tradition that continued annually into the early 1900s. This is an Ohio historical marker, so these aren't my words. For those of you that are listening, the 1 square mile of Garrettsville was home to several maple syrup canneries in the 1880s and to syrup evaporator manufacturers. It was, it was the home to Lifesavers candy. Lifesavers candy was invented there and was originally sweetened with maple sugar. And originally, it was a maple sugar based company. In 1893, Garrettsville sent a contingent of maple syrup and sugar producers to the Columbian exhibition at the World Fair in Chicago in that year. A Garrettsville area farmer was awarded the first place medal for the best maple sugar in the world. So there you go. Garrettsville is very interesting. So let me catch up with comments here. So Joseph says you could tap sycamore trees. Hey, look, if you don't have maple trees, you probably can't tap them. Huddle Creek Maple, upstate New York. Jason Bathen says evening. And congrats. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's not normal for a freshman to be able to do that. So it's got regionals coming up. And if you make it out of regionals, you go to nationals, and that would mean you are an All-American. Yeah. Jeff, are you familiar with the maple heritage there in Garrettsville, Ohio? I mean, I know at one point Garrettsville had a fire, so a lot of those buildings aren't standing, but it was dark. I actually took some footage today, and it was just too dark after the tournament to go over there because Hiram was the hosting college. They make pickles in Garrettsville, huh? All right. We're waiting for a guest, but I want to jump into this a little bit. Get back to the I'm able to put up a little slideshow I worked on. So Dave sends me this picture. He built, there's this I-beam structure for his new evaporator to stand on to get it up off the ground a little bit. I'm like, who welded that? He sends me this. So Dave can weld. Who knew? But also, this is probably a preview of his videos coming out. But he has cleaned up and got his shop ready for that 2x4 flat pan, which I'm pretty excited about. Good for him. But should have a guest coming on here shortly. You got any questions, guys? Help me fill some time here, guys. Need your help. For those of us that don't have a date tonight, need your help. I just need 5-10 minutes. Let's talk maple. We have a guest. You missed your opportunity, guys. You missed your opportunity. We have a guest. And it looks like he's been in the woods a couple days. Let me bring him on stage. All right, Jeff.
All right, everybody.
Oh no, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh, is that my side?
You're muted. There it is.
All right. How's it going, Nate?
Nope. I can't hear you, buddy.
I can't. I am not muted.
Mute, unmute. Let's see.
Can you hear me now? Maybe. No.
That's on your end, I think, bud. Although every time I say that, it's my fault.
It says I'm.
I can see you. Oh, you're using a laptop, aren't you?
No.
That's your phone?
It's my phone.
The heck?
I didn't do an app though.
What's going on? Maybe get out, come back in. Yeah, he's already beat me to it. Jeff disappeared. It could be on my. Can you guys hear Jeff? If you can hear Jeff, it's on me again. That's so frustrating. Could you guys hear Jeff? Thanks for all your cooperation tonight, guys. Thanks for all the help. 37 of you. Not one of you can answer. 35. Maybe he'll try again. He'll probably switch technology because I am not the best at this. So if any of you are familiar with Jeff Scarta, he owns Sapspy, which is the maple syrup. It's for sap monitoring in your woods and all sorts of things. He's got all sorts of really cool technology, actually, for helping you. I tell these monitoring guys that what they really sell is sleep. You don't want your tank running over. You know, you can roll over every couple hours and kind of look at your tank levels. That's got a lot of value. Probably some of the best return on your investment in the maple industry. Not one of you could hear Jeff. I kind of need to know if it's my fault. Dave's in La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's down there where it's kind of hilly, actually. Wisconsin's interesting. When you get down to the southeast of Wisconsin and the southeast of Minnesota and the southwest of Wisconsin, it's actually very hilly. You feel like you're going through West Virginia. Dave could hear both of us. Crap. It's me. It's not you, Jeff. That sucks. How could I not? All right, everybody's telling me we could hear. You guys, you're going to have to tell me what he says. So when he talks, you type. Tell me what he says. Sadly, Jeff, I think this is my issue. Yeah, this is all me.
Can you hear me this time?
That's what the problem is.
Hey, Nate, you out there? Yeah. So can you hear me, huh? I can't hear you though. I did for a bit. I may have to leave and try one more time.
How about now? I see little green dots. Now, if we can only hear Jeff. Thanks, guys. Okay, you can hear me. Told Jeff to try one more time. Sometimes who does this? All right, thanks for letting me know, guys. If you could do me a favor and bump out of the, if you can hit a thumbs up on the like for the live stream, will actually help us. All right, we are good. We are good. Jeff's like, forget it. I'm done. I don't blame you. Oh my, Jeff's gonna try it again. Cross your fingers. No.
Maybe.
Oh, you guys can hear him. So if you could just type when Jeff talks, just type.
You gotta figure out this technology, Nate. You really do.
I'm pretty sure it's all on my end.
Yeah.
It's my bad, Jeff.
It's all good.
You want to say all those nasty things that I have probably done, and you can do that now. I wouldn't be able to hear you.
So
they can hear me. They can hear you.
They can hear me, but
I cannot hear you. Can you hear me, Jeff?
It's hard to have a conversation with you, Nate, if you can't hear me.
Jeff's talking away, and I hope it's good.
Yeah.
So let's try this and see what happens. So Jeff, if you don't know, owns Sapspy. It's a very successful monitoring. One of us needs a whiteboard. Yeah, you can hear us both, but Jeff and I can't talk, and I don't know what my deal is. I'm pretty sure it's this Rodecaster Duo. Let me try something. Maybe now, Jeff.
I can hear you, Nate. Can you not hear me?
It's coming through this one. He's coming through. I can see it when he talks.
Well, hopefully everybody out in Maple Country is doing.
It's coming through. You're definitely coming through.
Not sure, buddy.
It's all has, sorry. You know, I don't touch anything between live streams, but I came in today. This was off. I have 3 boys. I don't know. Something could have been changed.
I'd start telling my Maple Syrup stories of the day, but Nate's gonna keep talking over me. So
I can see you talking. It's coming up in the green. I don't know how to fix it.
Are your speakers mute?
Yep.
Oh, you can't hear me now.
I can see it.
All right. Well, it was a good day here in Wisconsin. We tapped about 1,500 taps yesterday. Had some help. My brother was in town helping there, and today was leak checking. Got that all done. It was a awesome weather here in Wisconsin.
It's terrible, Jeff. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Jeff said you have a nice smile.
Have to drink as you figure it out, Nate. I don't know.
Jeff's drinking 2 Hearted Ale. I have cherry Dr. Pepper's been my
nice
choice with a little brown fluid in there. Brad wants to know where you are in Wisconsin.
Just on the Green Bay is where I'm at. So like it's Denmark is a small farming community in Denmark. It's about 10-15 miles south of Green Bay. Yeah. Overall, so I grew up on a dairy farm here in Denmark. About typical dairy farm back in the day, about 50 milking cows. And then after a while, we decided to start maple syrup. Crazy idea of my brother Andy doing maple syrup again. That was 15 years ago or so, and we kind of expanding since then. It's kind of my
I
way
like
to get
this
back to the
idea.
farm roots. Yeah, we're
Good job, Joe. You are now hosting
yeah.
Sapchat. Good job.
It's hard to it's hard for Nate not to hear me and like interrupting probably, but I see a couple questions here. I'll cover a few things. We do actually use a Smoky Lake. Yeah, I'm all about supporting local craftsmen. They are just down the road from us, so we do have a Smoky Lake 2.5 by 10 Corsair. I think it's Corsair. But yeah, 2.5 by 10 works really well for us. Just as they're literally maybe 20-25 miles down the road from us, like 20-25 minutes, I should say. So overall, works really well. And we basically converted our, what used to be the milk house and our barn, converting that to our sugar house. The old milk house is our bottling room, added on for the evaporator, and we're slowly taking more and more over the old dairy barn is our kind of mini warehouse, if you will, for barrels and bottles and tanks and everything else. So most of the bottom side of our dairy barn is that. Just to put the good old buildings to use and keep on the legacy here of the Scarta farm. Yeah, see, starting a generator SSPI. Yeah, so something new this year, or actually not new this year. We often like my personal need was starting a generator. So I got sick and tired of all the time it takes for a gas engine. Um, of basically emptying a remote tank. We had an 800-gallon tank, a remote tank, and you guys know it just takes forever to a little 1-inch gas engine to pump that up and over. So like, well, how can I do this remotely to turn this pump on and off? Gas engines are fairly hard to do, but hey, I can start and stop a generator. If I stop and start a generator, then I can save all the time bringing that sap to the road. So figured out how to start with the Honda 3000. Now it's more turnkey with a Westinghouse that works really well. Um, Basically, a relay module. We call it 2-wire remote start. Yeah, the two wires are together. The generator is going to run, and we can essentially do that through SASPI of just a relay module. Think of it as a light switch. It just opens and closes a circuit. Certain generators can open and close a circuit to basically circuit is closed, relay is on. Was what I mean by that. Generator runs, chokes itself, starts up, runs, and then relay two. You can then turn on and off whether it's a pump, vacuum pumps. In my case, I was using a well pump to empty that remote tank. Maybe you want to do a vacuum pump, other functionality. Just save time more than anything. So that's something that we've often done with SASPI. Did that myself for a while, and then now obviously we're all about helping other people. So producers just like myself as well. So that's what we offer that with SASPI quite a bit. Different options. A Honda 3000 is one that I've personally done. Westinghouse is one what we found is more turnkey. It does have advantages, disadvantages. Westinghouse, it's a little bit louder of a generator, more of a traditional generator. Price point is similar to a Predator. The key advantage of it is it's more turnkey. It's kind of plug and play for guys who want to stop and start a generator. Cover a couple questions here as well as they come through here. So what gallons per hour are you getting on that 2 by 10? It's actually 2.5 by 10. We concentrate to about 20 bricks, 2.5 by 10. I don't know exact gallons per hour, and we don't necessarily push it because we do concentrate fairly high. So at 2.5 by 10, we probably get roughly 120, maybe 130. If we really push it, we could probably get 140 gallons per hour on it. But that's that works well for us. Um, New sets by electronics lately. So new this year, we've two big things that we made this year. One is I call it universal node. It makes it a lot more expandable, easier for producers on knowing what quantities to order. So what I mean by that is end to mainline sensors, and rather than doing a 1 port, 2 port, 3 port, we had 6 varieties of different end to mainline sensors. It was hard for customers to know what quantity to order of each one, and just like we all bottle maple syrup, or many of us do, We have half pints, pints, quarts, half gallons, gallons. Well, how many do you need of every style? So by going to a universal node, it makes that a lot easier for both the producer and for us to continue to scale the platform for everybody. So that's one main new feature we did this year. The other thing was gateways. So, you know, we really started from producers like myself, 1,500 taps, guys with a few hundred taps to 5 to 10,000 taps. Really, the Sensor Hub is our flagship product, really made that for those types of producers. But guys with, 15,000, 20,000, 40,000 taps, that's really, you know, things that we didn't have the right technology to meet at that time. So new this year, we also introduced gateways, which makes the platform a lot more scalable for larger and larger producers. So a pretty impressive range on the gateways. We had a couple guys out there with 28,000 taps. There's one guy out in New York using a gateway. And prior years, we essentially had to turn that down, trying to cover that with hubs. Gateways allow us to cover those larger and larger producers to continue to make the platform, larger and larger, more scalable to help out more and more producers. Just checking notes here. And yeah, I think Nate called it I'm not sure what he called it, but yeah, it's spotted cow. It's here in Wisconsin. Spotted cow, or I always like IPA. Or it's another kind of go-to for me. Um here on bought sensors from you, new to drop a diesel generator to you. Could you get this? So something about diesel generators and really other generators in general. Most of them will, what do they call them? Like a gen controller or a gen set controller. There's a different aftermarket kit that you could likely buy to get any, whether it's a generator, whether that's other larger pumps. It's something we're looking at here, kind of like the Westinghouse generator. It's kind of our turnkey solution for that. I'd like to offer a similar recommend.
Oh shoot, he got bumped. Man, we're just having all sorts of fun here tonight, aren't we? Jeff was holding it down. Then we got a little fuzzy. Mark's heading out. Yeah, he's back. Come on, Jeff. He entered the studio. He just wasn't having very good cell service. You guys can hear me now, right? I can hear Jeff, by the way. I had to put my headset right into my laptop, but I can hear him. Jeff will be here shortly. I am sure he's making sure his system's working. I appreciate it. You guys can hear me now.
I can hear you, Nate. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Jeff. Can you
All
hear me?
right. I can hear you.
I had to bypass my fancy little road thing here. So
awesome.
But thanks for holding it down. Keep doing what you're doing.
I was trying. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out where the chat or comments were, but yeah, awesome.
Kind of. So are you at the farm tonight?
I am at the farm tonight. Yeah. We were the last 2 days. So basically the home farm I grew up on is where I'm at today. Older homestead here. Yeah, that's kind of home for us is the farm here, or the sugar house essentially is here at the farm.
So is it on a 40? That's how you guys talk out there.
The land here, the actual farmland is about 180, maybe 200 acres. My folks are
Isn't
now.
that like, what is it, 440s? You guys don't.
440s would be 160, 160 acres. But then.
So 4.5 40s.
Guess so. Yeah. It's the easy math I'm not the best at, but yeah.
Dave,
my childhood was basically 50 cows here, milking cows, baling hay, picking rocks. That was my childhood, outdoors, manual labor. Really a privilege to grow up that way. And for
you
now,
got any siblings, Jeff?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters, all older. I'm the youngest of the bunch.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's how it works. The youngest is always the most successful.
Wow. I don't know about that.
Come on now. You got any doctors or
I won't,
lawyers?
I
in
won't
your-
blame Andy for the maple syrup. He's 2 years older than me. He kind of started the maple addiction within the family. So
Gotcha.
it was his creation of tapping a few trees at his place, and then back in the home at the home farm here, and then it just kept on going, growing from there.
Can
Yeah.
you explain in like layman's terms, like just for a guy like me with the monitoring, what somebody needs to start with a basic system, like with SapSpy, if they wanted to be able to sleep at night and not worry about their tanks, like how would somebody start? Like what are all the words you use to describe those things?
Yeah, so I think back when I didn't have monitoring and the painful days, or whether it's a mechanical releaser or a pump that shuts off, and I personally live 30 miles away from here, about 30 minutes away from here. Our woods is another 5 miles from, or probably like 2, 3 miles from here. And you would think, oh, it's a great weather outside. It's gonna the tank's gonna be overflowing. I better get my butt out there and collect that sap before the tank overflows. Filling full of excitement of what's to come. And you get out there and the tank's half empty or half full, I should say. The moisture trap is tripped and my pump stopped. And it's like, what the fuck? Like he's just so frustrated in that moment. And it's just like that day is painful. I've been there. I've been there time and time again. That day is painful. It's what happens the rest of the season. It's always on your mind. Well, did it happen again? Did it happen again? So you're running back and forth just to check on things so you don't miss out on sap. Or there's I can think of one particular story back in early on when I was sugaring as well without monitoring systems. It was a beautiful day outside. I would leave work, left work early, got home. My wife made this nice dinner, and I said, "Ah, honey, the tank might be full. I bet I got to get going." I go out there and the tank's half full. So it's like I pissed off my wife, I pissed off my employer and my boss just to like I get out there just disheartened of what I find out there. And it's like
Or
there's
how
got to
about
be
the
something being smart.
31? How about the 31-degree days when you're like, it's not gonna run?
Yeah. Those as
That would
well.
happen. That would happen to my dad and I. He'd say it's not gonna run. By the last, so making certain my family's farm's an hour from here. So I was always calling my dad, what's going
Yeah.
on? What's going on? And then it gets filtered through what my dad feels like doing that day. You
Yeah.
know, it gets filtered because it's like, the sap's not gonna run. And I finally had to like come up with the phrase, Dad, you don't get to pick. The trees do.
Yeah.
And I love how we all have opinions on whether we think the sap's gonna run or not. And I'm always like, it's not our choice. Whether it does or doesn't, we don't get to choose. So let's just be ready if it does.
Yeah, exactly it. Yep. And similar story. My dad, as he was getting older, it's like early on, was kind of sweet talk him. Hey, can you go get in the truck and go for a ride and go walk in the woods and see if how full that tank is? Or, early on was bags and buckets, and hey, how full are the bags? And well, after the first week of the season, he was eager as well. But after day after day after day, second or third week of the season, he's like, it's I've had enough of this. I'm not going out there. It's fine.
But isn't it interesting, like with high vacuum, going from buckets to vacuum that first time, where you get 50 to 60% more sap, and it's
Oh, it's more than
maybe,
that.
yeah, maybe double, right?
Double at least. Yeah.
It's those days where it's cloudy and you're like, oh, the buckets aren't going to run, but you look in your tank and the vacuum's
Yeah.
pulling it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's the difference.
So kind of keep going full circle to your question too. So for my core need, this was 7 years ago, was I just need to know what's my vacuum doing? Do I have vacuum in my pump house at the woods? Are there any major leaks in the system? How full is that tank? How warm or cold did it get last night? Reading temperature. To me, that's like 50, 60% of the value of monitoring is just knowing those core things. Those are painful days not knowing that. And nothing against the other offerings that are out there from a monitoring perspective, most of those are, at least at the time, 7 years ago, more meant for the larger producers. Hey, I got 50,000 taps, and it's a tough sell when I didn't have power, I didn't have Wi-Fi, and it's like, okay, there's got to be some way to do this easier. And my background's in the technology space, so I'm like, well, there's got to be ways to go build this, and I'm kind of I can figure this out. So 7 years ago, kind of built my own. I said 8 years ago, built my own to cover those core needs. And it was such a relief always knowing what's happening by just pulling on my phone, knowing what's happening in my sugar in the sugar bush. How full is that tank? My vacuum's still running good. Oh crap! Nope, my vacuum dropped down. I better get out there. That's to me is such a balance in life of less stress during sugaring season by knowing what's happening in the sugar bush. So
So
for
you were
us,
doing this for yourself first to like
yeah,
ease your own mind, sleep at night, not tick off your wife. Like you really
try to stay
it,
married during sugaring season. Absolutely.
I gotta introduce you to Brad Host. You guys, I'm gonna connect you to because between you, Daniel, and Brad, you guys are like the three smartest guys I know in the maple industry. Brad does a lot on remote power, like helping oil companies drill and pull oil out of the ground remotely. So he builds these huge boxes for so he's messing around with solar. And what he's trying to do is work with us on basically you can take a 12 volt. I don't even want to say voltage because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
But let's just say a pump shed. You take the pump shed, you stick it out in the woods for somebody, and it's turnkey. It is solar, battery, and if the battery gets low, the generator will turn
Yeah.
on. So that's why I was picking your brain on the Westinghouse. And that's where Brad's question's coming from. Can you take an external contact closure to start the generator besides the tank level?
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to connect you guys because you guys can speak nerd and do all your nerd speak on all this stuff because I don't know. I just want to know it works.
Offline, but yeah, completely. I'm similar interest there. So I have a remote cabin that's very similar. I want to upgrade that to solar and a battery, and instead of running a generator all the time, be able to sleep a little bit quieter at night, just for using the inverter. And so I'm interested in similar of monitoring voltage of the battery, turn on the generator when the battery gets low, recharge the battery, and then just that, solving that problem as well for myself. So I'm definitely interested to connect more. And
now Brad's right over in Minnesota, but Brad and I connected, and he's kind of a what do you call it when you do a case study for me on how YouTube works. And Brad's a guy that watches content to gain knowledge, and he has good discernment because he actually bought a vacuum pump, a Becker vacuum pump, by watching Scott Dunn's channel.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now
Here's Scott
story
over in Maine, and then Brad's like, I like this guy. He's teaching me how to do. I want to buy one. So he reaches out to me about an evaporator, and then to me, it was like a case study. Like, this YouTube thing might work. Yeah. So I'm like, and then I'm a connector. That's all I do. I just connect people. I know a lot of people. I have 5,000 contacts in my phone. It's stupid. And I know them all, like, honest to God, like people that I've met from my personal life, professional life, and now Maple. But when I meet guys like Brad, I connect them in my brain to guys like you and Daniel. You guys all speak the same language. You're all trying to do the same thing. And I'm like, how can I help you do it? Because I want to sell this stuff to people because it'll make them more money and help them be successful.
Absolutely.
Brad, I'm going to connect you to. But that's what he's working on. And he started building his own. And then Daniel and we bought a CNC to make extractors so we can actually make our own extractors just like you would get from any other company.
Yeah.
So we can now manufacture extractors, which is pretty cool.
I see just Brad, specific question there. Can you take an external contact closure to start the generator besides tank level? What I mean is specifically the relay module that we provide. You as a SASPI customer, you hit relay 1 on, it turns the relay on to then start the generator. So it's simply a contact closure. It's
That's
exactly
a dry contact, right?
yeah, correct.
Did you guys see what I did there? I said the words right.
Yeah.
My dad's an electrical engineer. So I grew up, and he graduated college when he was 40. So, like, he worked for my grandfather and then decided to go to Kent State and Cleveland State. At 40 years old, I got to see my dad walk across to get his diploma.
Yeah.
And he graduated and then worked for a company called Reliance Electric,
Yeah.
which is an old.
I
And
know
then he would go up to Mequon,
yeah.
which is up near you guys in Milwaukee, because he ended up working for Reliance, and then they got bought by Rockwell Automation, which Alan Bradley. He was working for Alan Bradley and Rockwell,
Yeah.
before he retired.
I'm quite familiar with both of those. And
Yeah, they're the good
both
ones.
places.
Why they're
Yeah.
like double everybody else? Why are they so expensive?
Yeah, it's more industrial automation. It's really between Rockwell and Siemens, and this is probably going on a different tangent, but
I'm always wondering,
Yeah.
like, we use a lot of Westinghouse VFDs, and my dad was like the one that was setting up our vacuum pumps at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I bought him some of those Lonza drives that everybody uses. And like, I bought like 2 or 3, and I brought them in. My dad's like, this is technology we used in the 80s. I'm not messing with this stuff. Get me some real drive. Like, he did not like the Lonza drives at all.
Yeah.
So we settled on these Westinghouse Ticos, which has a lot of features, digital display, and then I turned Daniel onto those, so he uses those now with his dairy customers, and he just likes them. They're
Yeah.
a little bit more modern. Do you use VFDs?
So this is where I still kick myself in the butt. In like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, when we bought the high vacuum pump, just pinching pennies, just doing the full tubing system, pinching pennies. It's a little bit cheaper, let's say $500 or whatever the minuscule amount was to not use a VFD. It's like you're a freaking electrical engineer. You didn't buy the VFD, like, you idiot. I've actually was starting to research maintain the same vacuum pump. We have an AirTech, was L63, I think is what it is. Keep the same vacuum pump, just swap out the motor to then upgrade it to a VFD. Even just for R&D, and do I have to? No, but I definitely would prefer having a VFD for the system.
Because the Sapspy, like your whole system, this is just my opinion. I'm an outsider looking in.
Yeah.
I've used different monitoring systems. I've used CDL was great. That was the first monitoring system I used. It was good. You had somebody to call, but they actually wanted you to need them. Like, they didn't really, like, you had to call them, and it was like they wanted you to need them. And then I met the Farm Blocks guys, and they were like, yes, what's the question? Like, they were just like wanted in this industry, and they were just hungry and working for it. And I have found, like, in the maple monitoring world, a lot of the companies are trying to make it so, like, you have to buy all their stuff. And I don't like that, because remember when John Deere did this? Like, if you buy a John Deere, you needed you couldn't work on your own John Deere. And the Supreme Court, like, crushed John Deere. It was like, dude, the farmers should be able to work on their own stuff. Do you remember, like, that whole thing? Like, John Deere got crushed because they were, like, making it so you needed their special, like, if anything broke, the farmers couldn't work on it, basically.
Yeah.
Like, farmers are smart. Like, give them a chance to do it, and they'll do it, and they don't need your
absolutely
$400 an hour service tech, whatever. Like, John Deere, and then they got crushed. Like, the government was like, no, you basically are trying to make it so they need you. They got crushed. I see that in the monitoring side. So, like, it forces you, if you're going to buy any equipment, if you have CDL monitoring, now you got to buy a CDL vacuum pump. You got to buy a CDL RO.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'm like, dude, give everybody whatever they want. Like, why are you trying to force it? That just pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're trying to set up so you don't care whose vacuum pump it is.
No.
Like you don't
It's
like
very much
help
why
the
we do the
farmer.
relay module. Well, it's completely universal. You could, it's a SureFlow, a Guzzler, any VFD. We have motor starters. So like if your pump doesn't have an ability, we have different motor starters. Kind of cover the whole gamut of different capabilities. So no matter what hardware you have, we can do our best to start to
You'll
stop.
work with anybody, Jeff. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't have to be your vacuum pump or your
yeah, absolutely.
like I think that's how it should be. What do you call that? Open source, like what do they call that?
Yeah, in the coding and programming, more open source, and
What was
that
the big
whole
one?
concept there.
What was the big one in like 25 years ago that was open source? They would use it on servers. So you had like Microsoft, and then you had the
Linux.
guys that Linux. Look at you, dude.
Yeah, well, it's
We're
kind
like
of space.
we're like we got it. We're connected,
Yeah, I never thought I'd talk about Linux on a Sapchat before, but
right? That's because my roommate in college was like, he was the best man at my wedding. Like that dude was a computer guy. Like we built like one of the first businesses we built was a website business. I'd go sell it, and then he'd be pissed he had to work. Like I was selling websites, like boom, 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 boom. That's it, right to repair.
oh,
Like
yep, there it is.
I don't think you should force farmers to use your stuff. That like John Deere's already proven, like, yeah, it's not legal.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still going on. John Deere's still doing that crap after the Supreme Court's like, you can't do that. Is that what you're saying, Jason? Like John Deere still, or are you talking about CDL? Like, and they had a nice setup. Like CDL was thinking ahead. So, Jeff, if somebody wanted to buy your monitoring system,
yeah,
like what would be like their investment if you were say 1,500 taps and you have a job, basically kind of like you're working full time, but you want to have a life and like boil on the weekends, whatever it is.
yeah.
What would they need?
Yeah, so our kind of flagship product and really what I built for myself 7 years ago and we refined here and there is what I call the sensor hub. So it's cellular based. We actually I have a Wi-Fi option as well, but our kind of most people don't have Wi-Fi in the pump house. So it already has cellular. It does tank level, temperature, vacuum. Has an option to turn relays on and off, like we talked about, turn pumps on and off. That's been our kind of core product. Most people start there. At least year one, just start with a sensor hub, monitor the most critical of your pump house. So you always know what's going on. It takes readings every 5 minutes, sends the data out anywhere you have internet. Most people are right on their phone. You can always know the status of what's happening at your pump house, tank level, vacuum, temperature. You can set up text alerts, know what's going on. Instead of always looking at your phone, it would send you a text to know, hey, something's up. So you don't have to have your phone out, phone or web browser open while you're at work, getting in trouble. Always looking at your phone all the time. That cost of that is 1,000. What is it? 11. The most common is 1145 is what it is. That's the most common. It has the ability to talk to nodes. We do offer it without a tank level sensor, as that just plugs in, or without the ability to talk to nodes. Without that capability, it's basically $100 less for each of those.
What's a node?
So I think of a node as a end of line sensor is the most common use for nodes,
So
but
that'd be
it's
like a
really
vacuum sensor?
most common is a vacuum sensor, end of line vacuum sensors. So the sensor hub monitors the most critical at your pump house, vacuum, tank level, temperature. But then that's 50-60% of the value monitoring is just knowing those things. Really just brings a little bit of peace of mind to your life during the craziness of sugaring season, knowing that. Sensor nodes allow you to monitor vacuum at the end of your main lines, really saving you time and making more syrup for your time. So you know where your leaks are in your system. The higher vacuum you have, the less leaks you have in your system, the higher vacuum you have, the more sap you get for your time. So more like we all think about the tubing systems, both in the cost of the tubing, the time you put into putting that in, And then during the season, the prep work you do for tapping, the prep work you do for just maintenance of your tubing system. Well, what if you could just get a little bit more sap and more syrup out of your tubing systems by leveraging technology to help you maximize your existing investments.
What do you think the payback is for monitoring? Like in your own, like you've got,
Yeah.
like Jeff, you've got hundreds of customers. Been doing this a while.
Yeah.
How many customers are like, man, I shouldn't have done this whole thing. Like it was a ripoff.
Yeah, we haven't had that conversation yet. Honestly, like I wouldn't be here bullshitting you either. It's that we don't have that conversation ever. Most common testimonial is like, oh, the year one pay for itself, or even the first week or two. It's those times where my generator shut off. I have a big leak in the woods and I didn't know it, and now I just got a text alert. I can drive right to the woods to go fix it right away. And it says there's that, like, yeah, more gallons per tap, more pounds per tap, whatever unit of measure you want to talk about. Yes, it definitely pays for itself very quickly. Depends on the exact setup. Year one typically pays for itself based on how the dynamics of your system, of what all
I
issues.
try to tell people it's like adding people to your team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's really a good way
It's
to put
like
it.
taking one person and making them three. And we got labor shortages, take a good woods guy, give him information on his phone that he can go out and like
Yeah,
check it. Like now that dude is worth 10. Like that's what I see.
absolutely. It's like we all have limited time during the season. That's like that is the number one constraint that we all have, or at least the vast majority of us have. It's like, how do you do more with your limited time that you have? And it's that, like, leverage data, leverage technology to do more with the limited time you have. And then so there's like that aspect of it, and then just I call it just quality of life. Make sugar and fun again. The name of the Facebook group as well.
Yeah.
Like that is a lot of what SASPI and really monitoring brings is in the stress out of sugaring.
I've been listening to a lot of sap sellers lately because I think they're a voice that doesn't get heard often.
A bit.
And I've heard stories like these guys all are out there tapping, selling their sap, of like the truck not getting there to pick it up before the tank overflows. And they're mad because they lost revenue. I would always give my truck drivers access to the app and they loved it. And they can manage their own life. So instead of 10 phone calls and me checking and sending the guy out to check,
and
dude, give the driver access to your tank levels and your life is so much better. Now they don't have an excuse.
That's exactly right.
Like they can look at it, like give them access.
Yeah.
Yeah, they may not work for you. So what?
And we have a couple, both syrup buyers and even producers that basically do exactly that. There was, a person up in northern Wisconsin here, basically, bought a sap spy for the guy he is picking up sap from. So bought it for the farmer. Essentially, he is picking up the sap from him, but says, "Well, I'm going to buy you this so that one, you can run a higher vacuum, so I get more sap. But then I know when I need to drive the truck, get the truck rolling your direction." To do that. And we even have a view only mode. So oftentimes producers who pick up sap just share the view only link to your sap hauler, and they can view it anytime rather than having to go text each other, "Hey, is that tank full?" Day after day after day.
Yeah.
They could just look at it. And we we do it more and more in this space too. Like I call it predicted tank level. Today it's pretty simple algorithm. It's really just rate of change of tank. If that tank is filling 10% per hour in 4 hours, is going to be 40% more full than now. But we just do that simple math for you. Yeah,
do you offer that? Because I always go.
Yeah.
I was always doing the math on flow rates. Doing a lot of chemical engineering for my my job. I was always like, where's the slope of that point on that line?
What's the slope of the line, essentially?
Yeah, you like that.
We basically do exactly that math and then draw the line into the future, 8 to 12 hours into the future on the plot. So you just look at the plot and says, "Yep, the tank's gonna be full at this time." So, and
I
it's
gotta
especially
add.
beneficial for like at night. It's like, is that tank gonna overflow in the morning? Do I have to go run out? Go out
Jeff,
there now to
you
hook it up.
Jeff, you don't sell information, you sell sleep.
That's right.
You sell sleep.
Sleep and
One of my
supply.
favorite this is a marketing thing. Like I'm like Jeff sells sleep. It was a cologne company, and they're like, we don't sell cologne, we sell hope. I'm like, that's freaking brilliant.
Awesome.
Here we are on Valentine's Day. We don't sell
Yeah.
cologne, we sell hope.
That's awesome.
That's genius. I'm gonna add Dave here. He's on. Here we go. The man.
Is he back from his? There he is. All right.
He looks
I,
tired.
I look thrilled, is what I look
Yeah.
like.
Am I in trouble with Ashley? Because she took
No.
your phone and was texting me, Dave.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. I guess I owe her a one night a year.
That's fair. Whether she needs it or not.
You just got to schedule it not during sugaring season. You got to. It's Valentine's, but like.
Yeah.
I love monitoring. I do. I don't know. Like it's something that I think producers, once they have it, they're like, why didn't I get this sooner?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to help connect producers. Sap Spy is an American company based in Wisconsin. I trust Jeff. Like I trust this guy. So I'm like, how can I help Sap Spy? Jeff's been sharing some things to me, and I'm like, people have no idea how big Sap Spy is. Like, you're so modest, you don't talk about it. Like, you're one of the top monitoring companies, and you do it quietly with humility. And I couldn't do that. I'd be like, I'm the best.
And affordability. And affordability. That's number one. Like you can't beat it.
First, I'm just like passionate about helping people, especially in this industry. That there's apply a little bit of technology goes a long ways in helping people in this industry. I love Maple, I love technology, and the combination of those two worlds is really the creation of SaaSpy, and it's been just an incredible journey, and the journey we're just starting as well.
Now I got to ask you, Jeff, if you were going to update anything at your farm, like what are you eyeballing? Like what are you like maybe next year?
We did a chill tank last year. That was a huge upgrade. The next like domino effect of the chill tank is so that allows me to go. I run out to the I say run out there, but take the sap hauler truck to the woods, haul it back home. It's about 1,500 gallons. We can haul at a time. We'll then fire up the RO. It's about 20 bricks. But then I'm kind of here at the farm, ROing, wait until it's done to then do a cleaning cycle to then run home. And it's about 30 minutes away, so it's not exactly convenient for me. Where I'd love to just come out here, go to the woods, haul the sap home, maybe do some leak checking if I could. Get the RO maybe started, maybe not fully automated RO, but like, how can I retrofit our existing RO with a little bit of technology to make my life easier is probably the next one of the, possibilities that we're going to,
so if we were to make a Galt RO for you and have it powered by Sap Spy, like I get you the RO and then you and Daniel work on how to automate it. Like I think, because there's a lot of automated ROs out there and they got like sweet, what's that lighting when you have a truck that's like got
underglow?
Yes, they got some sweet lighting and all this technology, and like there's a lot of problems with a lot of that technology. Like it's not very robust or thought through. It's meant for mass production. And like if there's a problem, there's a mass problem. I think there's an opportunity for somebody that could just, with their phone, start their RO, start blowing water out of it.
Yep.
I'd do that in a heartbeat. I'd like, let's do it.
back to the creation of the sensor hub and SatSpy is like solve my own problem in my own woods 8 years ago, whatever it's been. And to me, that's one of the, I don't want to say pain points. It's not really that big of a pain point, but it's one of those things that would save me time throughout the season if I could just control that remotely as well. So that's one, possible avenue we're going down.
Sorry.
So
I had to
you're
put
just
that up there for you. Listen, they've all seen it. For anyone that's stuck with us from the beginning, it was rough because I couldn't hear Jeff again. Like it was just.
Yeah,
But-
you're still on. You,
Oh no, you had audio issues again?
You believe it? My
Did you?
my thing was shut off. Like when I leave, I don't know what my boys do. I really don't.
I was going to
I
give you
just
a hard
found
time.
out
Nate.
the other day, like for like 5-6 years, I'm like, how come I never have socks? They're not in the laundry. They're not like, where the frick do they go? I found out my boys have been stealing my laundry, like my socks, for years. And like they just fessed up, like, yeah, we've been taking your socks. I kept buying new bags. You know what I mean? Like the white Hanes, like buying bags, and they would just, I get one use and they were gone. You guys wait. You guys wait.
Oh, I have a girl, so I should
You're
be
not
good.
gonna have to worry about it.
No.
I at the beginning, Dave, I shared the Valentine. That was the most important thing of the day.
Perfect.
If you guys haven't seen Dave's video, I made my wife watch it because I'm like, this girl just melts anyone.
Mm.
Like, watch, she just
Yep,
melts.
pretty much.
I don't care who you are. I'm just like, okay. What do you want to like? Okay. Doesn't matter what I have going.
Did you have good luck with the glycol chiller, Jeff?
I did. Yeah, it was an awesome setup for us.
But tell him, Jeff, tell him if you were to do it again, what you do.
So for me, it's still I still think it was the right decision for me, for in our
Yeah.
circumstance. I think for if you're a larger, like if we have 1,500 taps, the only downside I saw at glycol is it does take a little bit of time, maybe more than you would think initially, on to chill that first batch. So for us, we do roughly 3,000 gallons on a really good day from our 1,500 taps. We would concentrate that down to, I'm not sure, it's 250, 300 gallons. It would come out of the RO about 45, 50 degrees, maybe low 50s. The RO definitely kicks it up more temperature than you would think.
Friction, baby.
And so when I was like sizing it, I was thinking, oh, it's like 45 degrees out, and it can drop from that temperature down to 32 in 8 hours. That should be plenty. And for us, it still was adequately sized. It chilled it quick enough. I would have had more peace of mind if it was more instant.
Are you running an agitator to keep it kind of moving so it kind of cools other than just the outside?
It's not about it's all about the size of the BTU of the chiller. It's not about how heat transfer or anything else. It's all BTU size of the chiller. It's really the magic number.
In the words of the great Clayton Christie, BTUs are BTUs are BTUs.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking about trying one with just getting a glycol chiller and like bending a bunch of copper and essentially setting a copper coil in the tank.
To then run the sap through the glycol chiller or through
just in the tank, just so the glycol is going through the chiller and the coil inside the tank.
So I saw the presentation from Adam Wild in person from Wisconsin, or at the Wisconsin show. He has a really good article, really good information.
Did he do that? Did he do that then?
Yeah, Adam Wild was at Wisconsin at the Marshfield show.
Yeah, I know, but I thought he just ran it through a tank that wasn't shut off. Did he actually set a coil inside of a sap then?
It's pretty creative. Basically, take apart an air conditioner for a low cost option for glycol chillers. Now, this is probably more. I'm probably at the level 1,500 taps. I could probably do it. 2,000 taps and below is probably an option. 2,000 taps and above, you probably want to go Freon. I guess my opinion. But it was a pretty clever low cost option to do glycol chilling. Is window air conditioner with a cooler to basically cool your glycol and then pump that through the tank. as smaller size. Small is all relative, but as as an alternative to charging Freon and that whole system for smaller producers.
And that's what I'm kind of really focusing on and targeting the next couple seasons.
Absolutely. That would be a really good setup for you, Dave. I think.
I think so. I think so. Because I got a tank that it was not decommissioned properly sitting here. So I was like, man, I wonder if I could just, instead of running it through the whole system, if I could just make a coil and set it inside the tank, or, I'm just kind of bouncing some ideas around.
I'm sure these brewery supply companies, I'm sure they're sitting on some inventory.
Yeah.
Like they bought a bunch of from China, brought them over. The brewing industry tanked. There's a ton of chillers in the brewing industry.
Could be.
What's yours, Jeff? 3.5 ton? What is yours?
7,500 BTU, whatever that is in tons. I'm not sure.
I can't remember what a ton is. Somebody on here should know. Come on.
Google search it.
Where's all you keyboard warriors? Somebody should tell us.
That's way over my pay grade.
And the math I was doing was it can chill 10, if I remember this right, I think it was 10 degree, 250 gallons can chill 10 degrees in 8 hours. So on a good day, we make 250 gallons of concentrate. It can chill that by 10 degrees. No, it must have been more than that. Because it was doing it might have been 20 degrees every 8 hours. Because basically, I could chill my first 250 gallons from, call it 50 degrees down to 30 degrees in about 12 hours. The first batch was always it took the longest. The next batch, when you add to it, well, you're starting with 30 degrees. It's basically a smoothie, or what do you call it?
Slushy
on the inside. And you're adding to it, so it would only get up to about 40 degrees. And then, it still took 12 hours, but you're at 40 degrees, getting back down to 30. Well, you're in the 30s most of the time. Your concentrate staying good. We do that 3 to 4 times based on the volume of sap, and then collect up to 1,000 gallons. I don't think we ever actually fully filled the tank, but 800, 900 gallons of 20% bricks, and basically you just boil on the weekends, or if that even. For me, the biggest advantage. Oh, that's an absolute quality of life during sugaring season. Staying married during sugaring season, that is those two things. And for me, it's my brother and I do it together. My brother Andy, he's a firefighter in Janesville. He's able to come up, but it's he's got a firefighter schedule, has kids, and so forth. So before it was always he could come up, but if the sap was running, we're sitting on all the sap that's going to go bad. Okay, I pumped it, I RO'd it. Oh crap, I gotta keep on. Now I'm here tomorrow, or I'm boiling all night to boil this down before the next run. Well, now with the chiller, is I can just chill it, and then whether he comes tomorrow or 4 days from now, he can then do the cooking on his schedule, and I can manage the woods. It's been a game changer for us.
Does Andy love it? Does Andy love it? Does he love boiling? What's his favorite thing?
Yeah, probably he's pretty good at sales. He's definitely most of the selling of maple syrup is down in the Janesville area.
I always stay in Janesville. When I'm traveling through Chicago, my goal is I'm gonna get to Janesville. That's where I'm staying. I stay there a lot.
Yeah, he's definitely. Maybe there's less producers down there, or what about Janesville, Beloit? He's got a pretty good distribution down there for all of our syrup. Probably 75% of it goes down there.
Now I got to bring this up. I got a text this week, and Dave sends me this, and I go, "Holy crap! Who made that for you?"
What am I looking at?
That is a I-beam frame. So in the background, you'll see the evaporator,
the evaporator.
And Dave did more work on his frame to I got to show you the guy who built it.
That's the frame for the evaporator.
That's the dude who built it right there. Listen, look at this frame. Look at that.
What's the scrap metal price of the frame?
I know. He's got more money in that.
I went to the reusables department down there at Allrow. It's cheap. It's $1 a pound.
Still, how much do you have invested in that stand?
This is right around $300.
Listen, how hard would it be for you to reproduce that stand?
I mean, just
Like,
getting this
You
deal.
would make it the same way every time. Like, you
Yeah.
built
See
this thing.
see those in the middle, those braces.
Those
I
cross
noticed.
members, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed underneath there for the ash pan, there wasn't really, any. So I put those in there just to help hold the ash pan, just in case it
Right.
gets hot and was wanting to work. But it's good. It's
Right.
on. Show them Nate. Show them the picture I sent today.
Yep. You read my mind, buddy. Look at this. Dave, what is on the floor there? Did you put metal down
That's a 5 foot wide by 10 foot long piece of steel because for whatever reason, my grandpa decided to only pour concrete through what would that be? 2/3 of the barn.
So you have a wood floor you're dealing with.
Yeah, which is actually going to work out because now I'll be able to rip all that out, put my drains where I want, put my water and plumbing all in, and then pour the concrete. So it's actually going to work out long term, but
now
we're just trying to make sure.
I don't want to spoil his videos, but he's been working on this place and it's pretty
It's a
freaking
time
amazing.
capsule. It's a time capsule. It's like a Cracker Barrel.
I love that Dave sent me like different angles. Like boom. He was like sent me different angles of the evaporator.
Hey, it's all about the angle.
But Dave was blowing up my phone and people were shocked. Like Dave and I did one video, has what, like 700 views or something.
I haven't checked it out lately,
and
honestly.
People were shocked at the price on this thing. And Dave and I have had a lot of conversations. Because Dave sends me this and he's like, Nate, you're way underpriced. And you're right. You're right. So
and that's without fire brick.
That's
and
the
a float.
And
yeah, that's no fire brick.
This is the 2x4 Vermonter.
Yeah, but to be fair, that one's that's raised flue.
2.5 inch.
Yeah, that one's a little bit different. You can't do apple to apple like the first one. If you go back to the first one, that's apple to apple. This one's kind of that's an apple to apple comparison, but that still doesn't have a float or it's not fire bricked at that price.
What's the cost on that unit? What is that? That's just a liter 2x4.
I think it was $4,900.
Yeah, and Dave's like, dude, you have
a liter half pint bricked with a flat pan, which is a foot shorter. It's a 2x3, is $3,200 to $3,300. Then you have to buy the warming pan, the float to get to your apple to apple if you want. So you're over $4,000 again right there. So this is actually a better buy than the half pint even.
Somebody reached out to me today and said, "Did I hear that right on David's video? Is that really $2,400?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna honor it, but honestly, the guy who builds it needs to charge more." But I think I could do 5 people, like 4 more people, if they
you need the
evaporator.
So look, that doesn't come with a thermometer like yours. It doesn't come with the valves. It doesn't come bricked. I mean, yours is ready. I think, Nate, if you can price yours at $2,999, leave it there, roll with it. That is so much value, so much quality. Like the fit and finish of this, sitting there looking at today, you got to rivet every 5 inches on the thing, maybe 4. I haven't measured it, but it's just the more I sit there and have time around it and the stack that comes with it, dude, you know how much money in stainless 7-inch stack you got right there, 3 sections. I mean, it's the value at $3,000. It's still like there's nobody there's nothing on the market, that can touch it.
I was trying to explain to people what it was like bringing this evaporator to Dave, and I'm like, "Have you ever seen the movie Elf?" And he comes, he's like, "Santa, I know him." And Dave was so genuinely excited. Like,
I didn't think it was going to be that good.
Dave is very much like Will Ferrell's character Elf. Like, it's genuine. He's just so excited to see this thing. I'm glad he didn't say, "You sit on a throne of lies." Your breath smells like beef and cheese. That should stay in place. You're gonna make memories there with your kids, Dave. That's what somebody said.
Oh yeah. Yep, for sure. Most certainly.
Yeah, that race flew 2.5 inches. At least two of us know what that's like.
Oh, Nate.
It's funny. That's funny. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, it is.
What else we got, guys? That was fun.
Well, sorry I missed it. Like I said, I had to be out and family came first tonight as
Dave,
always.
I missed as much as you did, if we're honest. My question for Jeff, what evaporator are you using? Like what are you boiling on?
Yeah, so for us, our evaporator, I think 8-9 years ago, if not exact year, but so we're like right here in Wisconsin, just out of Green Bay. We live pretty darn close to Smoky Lake, so we have a 2.5 by 10 Smoky Lake. I think it's called Corsair. I
Wow,
don't know
yep.
for sure. It's a.
How's your evaporation on that guy?
If I were to, so this is where we don't push it very hard.
Is that
if we
wood
really
fired?
push it and get 1,000-degree stack temp, I think we could do like 140-ish. We're probably more like 100 to 120, just to be a little bit easier on our pans. Yeah.
So what's your like float or what's your flue pan, syrup pan break? Is it like
2.5? So we did 2.5 by 2.5. One fixed syrup pan. We did not do same side single. Was it? What's it called? Single side reverse. Same side reverse. Am I getting that right? We did not. We just do a full 2.5 by 2.5 syrup pan with 2 dividers, so 3. Pretty sure it's 3 channels. Yeah, it must be.
Yep.
and what do you got? 6.5 flue pan then, or 7.5? 7.5, right? Yeah. Your flue pan 7.5. Is it raised, drop? Like what is it? Jeff, he's glitched. He went
Thank you, bro.
he went full matrix on us. Look at this girl. She stole Dave's phone.
You're welcome.
Where's my girl though? She's out.
She is currently killing the water heater.
Oh,
Take a shower.
She's been in there for what, 30 minutes? I just went in to check on her and she goes,
You guys are gonna have to show this to her because the first thing I did was go over her Valentine today.
We will. Well, we lost Jeff completely now.
He'll be back.
I wonder if his phone died.
Could have.
And we were just getting to find out what his evaporator was too.
Right? I wanted some information. Like, I'm excited.
I think Smoky Lake's claim to fame and why they get the evaporation rate is they are a pretty thin pan.
Yeah.
Like aren't they 22 gauge?
22 gauge.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited to work with Jeff on some more things.
Dude, he's awesome, man.
He is. He's down to earth.
Yep.
Like he's a good American, that guy.
Yeah, no, it's just we went out and had fun tonight as a family. Went bowling.
Who won? Like who won? Like who?
Well, he did. I didn't bowl because I'm supposed to be taking it easy right now.
So like who bowled and
me and Abigail.
Okay.
And
did you guys have a bumper in there, or are you like really bold? No.
Abigail bumpers for sure.
So
for sure.
Did you beat her?
Yes, even though she touched my ball 100 times to put all of the bad luck that she had in her bad luck bag on my ball, which was
Atta girl.
awful.
I taught her
So every time it hit the gutter, she goes, "I did that."
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm like Iron Man right now.
Look at this guy. So what have you found out? Like your heart beats a lot?
I don't know. Yeah, I have a resting heart rate between like 104 to 119.
Too much stress, Dave.
Yeah, no. I was sick for a month. I think that's something to do with it. I was on a bunch of steroids and all that, but my blood pressure is really good and everything else is checking out blood work wise, but just high ticker wants to tick.
What does that say? AKA. I can't read it.
I'm not even sure what I put. AK Satisfy guy or something.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
David just put David, which is not normal for him.
No, I just logged on quick.
Well, it's usually
What's
like
normally put?
Something random. I'll just pick
Guzzler
something random.
lover. It's usually like Guzzler lover or something like that.
That's so creepy.
Right.
Why would you-
Fanboy.
It is
Guzzler.
Guzzler fanboy.
Yeah.
He's known at church as Maple Dave. Nobody actually knows who he is. They just call him Maple Dave.
Yeah.
I call him David Wayne.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Is he froze again?
Oh no,
He is.
Jeff's in the boonies.
What's the name to Jeff?
Jeff's in the. I'm gonna remove him.
That stinks.
He needs to like get better Wi-Fi, like the tech guy. I'm gonna kick him. Goodbye.
Yeah, so we're gonna work on the stack tomorrow. Is the plan?
You got
Hopefully,
an elbow. What are you doing for your elbow? Like with that stainless? You just gonna use the cold rolled steel one?
Yeah, I just went to Menards and got the black stack 90 and gonna run it out, and then I've got that. And I still had my stack from my old evaporator from where it went through, which was that double insulated 8-inch. So I had some stuff left over. So I just went 7-inch to 8-inch off of the 90, and I'm going to run that through the wall. And then I bought a tee or clean out, whatever, to go straight up the outside. So it's going to work for this season.
Jeff's out. He said that his battery died.
Yeah.
No worries, man. He's always a good guest though.
He is.
Like I can listen to that guy talk like maple nerd for hours.
I got my new phone here. I haven't even downloaded the app or anything. I'm just so far behind. But like I said, we're having fun this year, right?
Your barn,
Dude,
like
it's
your
gonna be
sugar-
65.
Like you've been putting some time in, dude. Like you've been
I
putting
know.
some time in. I mean,
I know. It got warm quick. It was like a 50-50 where it was gonna stay cold and it didn't stay cold. And now 4 days from now, it's gonna be 65.
no kidding.
Awesome. Yeah. So we're gonna miss that one too.
I just really hope we don't bud out and then get chilly again like we did 2 years back where it was just
last year. It's been like the last 2 years in a row it's done that.
we get like a good maybe 3-4 days of a run and then we bud and then everything just
The flavor goes off, it metabolizes, and then it's running, it gets cold again, but the syrup flavor's crap.
it'd be
It's
nice to do a nice run.
Yeah. But
So
it is
like,
what it is.
is your remote woods at tubing one? Is it ready to go?
Yeah, I just got to go drill and it's been there for 5 seasons in tubing now.
I think so.
We've tapped it for
A minute.
it was one of my first woods.
Well, Abigail's 7 and we tapped it with her as a baby because she was
And it
strapped
was
in.
before that though.
Yeah.
It was like 2014 I started tapping this woods on bags.
Yeah.
Maybe I go help her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean it's been a long-term woods and a lot of memories, and it's kind of grown with me, obviously. I did see Consumers has a lot of blue paint about 40 foot wide down the center of this thing because there's a power line that runs it. I'm not happy about. So I don't know. It is what it is.
Did you order something from him?
What's that?
You must have ordered something from him.
I can go back to I think he's talking to maybe Carlin. I don't know. I didn't have any. It's probably
Other Dave.
the other Dave.
That's fair.
No, I'm actually only gonna have
Hey,
the one monitor this year.
there she is. Hi, Abigail. Look,
Nate.
I showed him everything today. Right at the beginning. You'll have to watch it later. Most important thing of this video today was this right here. Boom.
He was really excited.
Although
We'll
our
go back
cat
to that.
buddy, he was being a punk. He actually pushed it off the table.
Oh,
He
what
was
a
like-
naughty, cheeky cat.
He was like, "What is this here? I did not approve." And he was just tapping it. Yeah, he pushed it right off the table.
What a little stinker.
Yeah,
Who won
what
at bowling tonight?
Not you.
Are you sure?
She didn't have enough good luck tonight.
Oh,
you got to
who
cheat.
did win? Who did win bowling? Christy?
I'm pretty sure Christy kicked her butt. Christy and then Ron.
How many people bowled? 4?
5. We had
Five.
5 tonight.
Okay. Who was the top pin getter?
Definitely tied between Christy and Ryan. Yeah, they pretty much like hustled us.
Yeah.
I was in the lead, but then caught it and did.
You always know that you're in for a real game when all of a sudden the partners you invited to come hang out with you pull out
Bust out gloves.
their ball and their
Yeah.
shoes with their covers, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go find a ball that might fit my hand.
And they're like busting out gloves.
Did they really do that? They had their own?
Yeah, Christy and
I didn't know that.
Christy bowls a lot, but yeah, no,
That makes sense.
they were prepared.
That makes sense now.
Well, this was a fun Sapchat, guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy.
They had a bullet in there. Like a little toy bullet.
Oh, really? But you've been on here for a while, Nate, so
Happy Valentine's Day.
yep, happy Valentine's Day.
Peace.